Hi, this is Chris from Orange Coast College's art department doing some ring and ribbon shading. Now, if you'd like to start out with a 4H to lay in guidelines, go ahead and have that. But we definitely want to have a dark pencil. I've got both a black Prisma and a 6B here. And let's start with the ring because that gives us the cues for our ribbon. So let's get started. First I'm going to draw a cylinder and made up of two ellipses that are right next to each other. I'm going to use a 4H just to kind of get the feel, and then I'm going to draw so I can see through. It looks like a ring. And what I want to do here is just practice basic shading. I'm going to have a light source here, and I'm going to work up from my shaded side into my core shadow, into my halftone. That's about it. Just about like that. Go in and darken that core shadow a little bit. And similarly, on the inside, I'm going to have my reflected light. And as I get less and less, I'm going to get nice and dark up there. So this is all I'm looking to practice. Here I've got center line. Here I've got core shadow. Here I've got reflected light. Here I've got ambient. And some core or shaded area. So this is all we want to be able to do really quickly and easily. Let's do it again real quick. Right next to it, gonna make a couple ellipses right next to each other. This time I'll do it in graphite. So I've got a soft lead pencil that's exploding on me. Right through there. Core area into core shadow, into halftone, and done. Ambient light into shade. Here we go, just like that. So this sets us up for doing a ribbon. And you can think of this as a strip of cloth that you're going to make into a wave. And if I think about simple one-point perspective, let's say I put a vanishing point over here. This is just going to help me set. And I'm using this pretty loosely. And I'm going to do maybe 1.5 inches. I'm almost mirroring that first curve. Something like that. And we're just going to use that exact same shading scheme. So these undersides, that's the inside there. So I'm going to do a 70 on 80 into 90 right through there. I'm just going to start this little sliver into 90. Now this, depending on our light angle, we're going to do straight down, may have some cast shadows. So this light angle is going to give me a little bit of cast shadow there. Same here. And note I'm stroking to my vanishing point, which is perpendicular to the edge of my ribbon. So as I go into my core area and then into core shadow and then halftone, I'm going to leave it right off there. Same thing here. Core shade, core shadow, halftone. Shaded area, core shadow, halftone. And I'm just gonna, this is a pretty gentle curve, so I'm just gonna work it up to my center light. And that's our ribbon. That's all we're looking for here. So again, same things, center light, core shadow, shade, or just core, cast shadow. This is shader core back underneath there again. And it just sort of repeats. So now it's your turn. Go ahead and start by making a ring and then use those principles to give yourself a curving ribbon of fabric. And you can do all sorts of things. You don't have to curve them so much that they cast a shadow. You could do gentler waves like this, and I'll pick a vanishing point over there. Help me get there. And this is just going to have a little bit more gentle shading as we kind of go over here. We're never really going to get a core shadow. We're just going to get surfaces that turn away from the light and don't receive the light as fully as others. So, there you go. And you can mix, you can match, you can loop-de-loop these things. So let's take a vanishing point up here. Something like this. We're essentially drawing through. And I can do this again in my 4H so that I don't have as much of my guidelines set up. But this guy might cast a shadow all the way down here. Get some reflected light in there and then darker back up. That, I think we might just pick up the bottom of that guy there. And then if you really want to give this a go here, you can give yourself a cast shadow. This is bonus points. Just want to hook that up to where it might join in. This probably comes out a little fuller. Something like that. All right. Have fun and explore the shading of ribbons and rings.